people should stop giving me gift cards, and yet, please don't stop giving me gift cards. Hi, this is more a Saturday Reads than a Friday Reads, but I used almost all of my gift card at Barnes & Noble today because I was in the area, I was buying some other stuff, and, it just called to me, as bookstores often do. But I first wanted to talk about sort of an update. I finished Dr. No sometime this week. I don't remember what day. It was really good. It was very much like the film, minus a few things. I just enjoy these. Like, I don't have any... I see a lot of things like, oh, he's so racist and sexist and stuff, and yeah, he is. He's a product of his time period, which isn't necessarily an excuse, but that's what he is. But at the same time, his female characters in the books are far more interesting than they are in the films, because they actually have flaws or issues or things like that. So, yeah, okay, sexist, sure, but at least he, kind of tries to make them complicated and complex. Anyway, good book. Enjoyed. I started The Man Who Was Thursday by G.K. Chesterton. I'm only a chapter in. It's interesting. It's, I think, possibly above my head. I think there were things that I didn't quite understand, but I kept reading because that's what I do. So trying to do that. I think this might take me a lot longer than despite the fact that it's short. So that might be a little bit here, a little bit there kind of book. I know for a fact I'm going to be starting Lord of the Flies because I have never read it, and it's time, and holy cow, this is really small font. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm teaching this next year, so I'm going to read it for the first time, and I have heard great things about it. I've always wanted to read it. Oh, there's critical essays. That's why it's so long. Oh, thank goodness. Whew. And I'm really excited about it. I've always wanted to read it, and I always wanted to compare it to Peter Pan, so that's going to happen. So those are kind of like, this is what I'm reading now. What I bought. I've read Etiquette and Espionage. It is on my Kindle because it was really cheap on there, and normally I wouldn't have bought the book because I like to match things, but I figure I'm probably going to I really liked the first book, and I like Gail Carriger, and I really like steampunk, so it was there, it's in paperback, so I bought it. And it's been a while since I read the first one, so I might forget everything, but hopefully, as books do, they kind of give you a hint of what happened before. If you don't know this series, it's a girl who's going to finishing school in sort of the steampunk speculative history, alternate history, and finishing school is not just etiquette, it is also learning how to finish people and be, sort of assassin-y, spy type thing, which is pretty cool. Curtsies and Conspiracies by Gail Carriger. I'm excited about reading it. Probably won't take me very long. I'm excited. And there's a third book out, but of course it's in hardcover, and I'm poor. Well, I'm not poor, but I'm about to be poor because the gift card's almost gone. All right, the other book I got was Rachel Hawkins' Rebel Belle. I saw somebody's YouTube review of this because when I first saw this cover, I was like, yuck, this looks like Southern Belle, debutante stuff, and so I didn't really notice the knife. And it's actually it's actually paranormal. There's like a thing about it that's very different than what you would expect from this cover. This cover makes it look contemporary, possibly assassin-y. Apparently I'm reading a lot of stuff about assassins. Heard good things about it. Hope to read it soon. We shall see. With the school year fastly approaching, who knows what will be read. This has been on my list for a while. Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. I've seen... Oh boy, I can't do this. Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. I've seen other people read it. It's going to be a motion picture. It sounds interesting. I have a feeling it's probably going to make me cry because anything that's... it's Dying Girl. It's probably going to make me cry. Oh, sorry. It's by Jesse Andrews, who is male, which is exciting. I don't read... In YA, I don't read a lot by male authors as much as I probably should. So. And then last but not least, I actually got a hardcover because I just really, really want to read this book. It's called And We Stay by Jenny Hubbard. It's a mix of prose and verse. Come on. Listen to the synopsis. Senior Paul Wagner walks into his high school library with a stolen gun, threatens his girlfriend Emily Bean, and then takes his own life. In the wake of the trauma, an angry and guilt-ridden Emily is sent to a boarding school in Amherst, Massachusetts. Love boarding school stories. Two quirky fellow students, because everyone has to be quirky, and the spirit of Emily Dickinson offer helping hands, but it's up to Emily Bean to heal her own damaged self. Pretty cool, right? And like I said, it's in prose and verse, and about tragedy and growing from it. And it sounded so good. And it's not very big. So I really think I might be reading this soon, just because, I don't know, I'm in a poetry mood. April is poetry month. I'm teaching poetry to my students. It's very much a poetry thing. That's all I have. That was actually a very short one. Congrats to me. Woohoo. I have $17 left on my gift card. That's what you could answer. Tell me what I should spend that on. From Barnes & Noble, because some of the books I was looking for aren't out yet. Tell me what I should spend that $17 on. Give me a book or two if they're cheap enough, and let me know. Okay, peace.